The smiley face. You're Harvey Ball, a commercial artist in Worcester, Massachusetts. In 1963, two insurance companies have merged, and the atmosphere is tense. Employees are anxious, morale is low, and the merger is on the brink of failure due to internal discord. The company's leadership decides to launch a friendship campaign to ease tensions and boost employee spirits. They commission you to create an image that encapsulates positivity and unity. You sit down and in 10 minutes, draw a simple yellow circle with 2 black dots and a curved line. A smiley face. You're paid $45 for the design. The company prints the image on buttons and posters, distributing them to employees. You can imagine how it went at the newly merged insurance company, after management hands out smiley pins to lift spirits and symbolize a new unified company culture.
What?
Years later, in the early 1970s, brothers Bernard and Murray Spain, owners of 2 Hallmark card shops in Philadelphia, see the potential of the design. They add the slogan "Have a Happy Day," trademark it in 1971, and mass-produce buttons and other merchandise. Their version becomes a cultural phenomenon, selling over 50 million items by 1972. You never trademarked your original design, and see no financial gain from its widespread popularity. Yet, your simple sketch, created to mend corporate strife, becomes an enduring symbol of happiness worldwide. The pet rock, turning a joke into $1 million idea. You're Gary Dull, an advertising executive in California. 1975. One evening, you're at a bar with friends, listening to them complain about their pets. The messes, the costs, the responsibilities. You joke, the perfect pet would be a rock. The idea sticks, you think, why not sell rocks as pets? You joke. You source smooth stones from Rosarito Beach in Mexico, package them in custom cardboard boxes, complete with ventilation holes and straw bedding, mimicking a pet carrier. You write a humorous instruction manual on how to care for your new pet. You price the pet rock at $3.95 and market it as the ideal, low-maintenance companion. The novelty catches on, and within months, you've sold over 1 million units, becoming a millionaire. However, the success brings challenges. Knockoff versions flood the market, and you face legal battles with investors. Subsequent novelty products fail to replicate the pet rock's success. Despite the complications, your whimsical idea captures the public's imagination and becomes a defining fad of the 1970s. The Frisbee, from pie tin to global phenomenon. It's the early 20th century in New England. Students at Yale University have a peculiar pastime, tossing empty pie tins from the Frisbee Pie Company, shouting, "Frisbee," as they play. The activity becomes a campus tradition. Fast forward to 1948. You're Walter Frederick Morrison, a World War II veteran and inventor in California. Inspired by the flying pie tins, you and your partner, Warren Francione, develop a plastic flying disc called the Flying Saucer. Initial sales are modest, and you and Francione part ways. Undeterred, you refine the design, creating the Pluto Platter, a disc with improved aerodynamics. In 1957, you sell the rights to Wham-O, a toy company. They rebrand the disc as the Frisbee, capitalizing on the name's collegiate origins. The Frisbee becomes a cultural icon. Today, more Frisbees are sold each year than footballs, baseballs, soccer balls, and softballs combined. From a simple pie tin to a global phenomenon, your invention takes flight in ways you never imagined. The rubber band, from rejected tubes to a global staple. You're William H. Spencer, a railway worker in Alliance, Ohio, 1923. You acquire rejected inner tubes from the Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company, materials deemed unusable for tires. In your basement, you meticulously cut these tubes into small loops, envisioning a practical tool to bind items together. With samples in hand, you approach office supply stores, confident in your product's utility. However, you're met with skepticism and rejection. Retailers see no need for your simple rubber loops. One morning you notice newspapers scattered across lawns, blown open by the wind. An idea strikes. You approach the Akron Beacon Journal and the Tulsa World, proposing they use your rubber bands to keep newspapers neatly rolled during delivery. They agree, and the solution proves effective. This success marks the beginning of the Alliance Rubber Company. From your basement operation, the company grows, expanding its product line and reach. Today, Alliance Rubber Company produces over 14 million pounds of rubber bands annually, offering more than 2,400 products used in offices, homes, and industries worldwide. Bent by frustration. You're late. Again. The streetcar's behind schedule. The rain's pouring. And when you finally get to the office, there's nowhere to hang your coat. It's 1903. Jackson, Michigan. You're Albert Parkhouse, a mechanic at Timberlake Wire and Novelty Company. Your hands are cold, your coat's soaked, and the hooks on the wall are already taken, by managers as usual. So you do what any decent inventor does when the world is a little bit broken. You fix it. You grab a piece of wire from your workstation. 2 quick bends, a loop at the top, and just like that, your coat has a home. The first wire hanger is born. Your co-workers notice, commie. They want one too. The boss notices next. John B. Timberlake. He patents it. Under his name. You get no credit, no royalties, no promotion.
No money.
You keep working, paycheck to paycheck, while Timberlake cashes in. Eventually, you die in obscurity, penniless, but your invention lives on. Every closet, every thrift store, every hotel. That humble, twisted loop of wire, bent not in a lab, but in frustration, became a global staple, not because someone saw dollar signs, but because one man wanted dry sleeves. And no patent can take that truth away.